Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 8th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far. Everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system here across the country. And also, we're going to take a look at our two new tropical cyclones in the Eastern Pacific. We have Tropical Storm Barbara, which is located right off the Mexican coast. Also, we had Cosme, located just west of Barbara, and that will continue to push on off to the kind of west-northwest. Barbara will continue to move that way in that direction as well, and eventually out to sea. So we'll take a look at those two systems. We got another system behind us and has about a 50% chance of development right behind this system here, right off the South American coast. So that may be our next tropical cyclone in the Eastern Pacific. Here's a system here down in the Caribbean. Needs to be monitored as well. The National Hurricane Center has not marked it yet, but there is something here that we need to continue to monitor because it could have some tropical characteristics coming up later on down the road. So we'll continue to monitor that also. We got scattered activity across South America, a little bit in the tropical Atlantic, also the northern tropical Atlantic. And as you can see, we have some systems here moving off the east coast. We got pretty much just a stationary front stretching from the northeast across the southeast, back in a portion of Texas. Stretching back in the portion of Colorado area. You got another system over here around Nevada and also California, and you can see a big swirl up here across the around the Dakotas and also Wisconsin. That's what's bringing a lot of severe weather to this area as well. Expect another day of severe weather along the from Texas to the Carolinas once again, and also we do have a marginal risk for more severe weather coming up on Tuesday. So we'll show you that in tonight's video as well. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like the video, share the video, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, let's take a look at the local forecast. This is your Monday outlook. As you can see, we got thunderstorms and showers from southern Oregon to California to Nevada to Utah to Arizona to Colorado to New Mexico, also to Texas to the Mississippi to the Carolinas, Florida, Northern Gulf, the Atlantic coastal waters, all the way up into New York State, also in the portion of Ohio to Minnesota, also up here around Lake Superior, Lake Huron, and also in the Michigan region as well, in Ottawa and Toronto, Canada vicinities also. We have some severe weather possible over New Mexico and West Texas, and then again from portion of Mississippi to the Carolinas, all the way to Tennessee, all the way up to Ohio, and portion of western Pennsylvania and western New York State. Some heavy rain flash flooding from Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Then again from Ohio to Pennsylvania to New York State. There is Hurricane Barbara and also Tropical Storm Cosme. Maybe become a hurricane as well. So we'll continue to monitor that. But here's your local forecast for Monday. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Here's your Tuesday outlook. You can see we got some thunderstorms and showers for southern Canada and the U.S. border to Montana to Wyoming to Idaho to Oregon, northern Nevada, northern California. Then again from Colorado to New Mexico to Texas to the northern Gulf to the Florida Keys, Florida region to Alabama to Georgia to the Carolinas, all the way up into Maine, also Atlantic coastal waters, Pennsylvania, you're included, to Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, around Lake Superior, Lake Huron, also around Ottawa, Canada, and Toronto, Canada regions as well. Got a little bit of heavy rain flash flooding over portion of New Mexico to Texas region also. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Now let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map you're locating across the nation. And as you can see, we got some areas of air quality alerts up in Maine to portions of Vermont, also New York State, also portions of Minnesota. Also we have flood watches and advisories for portions of Pennsylvania, portions of West Virginia, Northern Virginia, and also Southeast Ohio. You got some air quality alerts and portions of a couple counties there in Ohio. Also, we have some special weather statements up here in areas of Maine to a portion of New Hampshire, also northern Michigan, and also down in a portion of Indiana and Illinois region. We got severe thunderstorm watches in portions of southern Virginia, northeast North Carolina. Tornado watches in the yellow, stretching into portions of Maryland, New Jersey, and Delaware area as well. Even some flash flood warnings there also, and thunderstorm warnings also ongoing. Also, we have some heat advisories over southern Louisiana, also in portions of Texas, northern California, also into Oregon, Washington, and Idaho region as well. Red flag warnings up here in you guys in Montana. Wind advisories up here in portions of North and South Dakota. Excessive heat warnings are in effect for southern Nevada and also southern California. And also more severe thunderstorm watches and warnings and flood advisories and flood warnings in effect for Texas, New Mexico, and also Oklahoma, portions of Kansas, also in the portions of Missouri and southwestern areas of Illinois. Flood watches there as well. We even got a couple tornado warnings ongoing in areas of Oklahoma. Alright, we still got the river flood warnings in effect for portions of Missouri to Oklahoma to Arkansas, Louisiana, also Alabama and Mississippi. We got the small craft advisory, gale warnings up here around the coastal areas of North Carolina. Even got a severe thunderstorm warning in the coastal waters right along the coastal areas of Virginia and the upper North Carolina coast. Also, we have small craft advisory, gale warning from Southern California to areas of Washington State. Hawaiian Chain Island looks good. Small craft advisory around the northern and southern areas of Alaska. Special weather statements inland. And you can see the tropical storm warnings along the Mexican coast. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is for your Monday. Alright, we got general thunderstorms up here from Marquette to Chicago to portions of Scranton to Philadelphia. Then again from Jacksonville to Miami. Then again from Wichita Falls over to Redding, California, and Medford, Oregon. Slight risk of severe weather from over here in portions of Texas down toward Midlands, Texas up in the portion of New Mexico. Then again from Mobile to Jackson to Columbia to Charlotte to Raleigh, all the way up towards Columbus, Ohio, excuse me. You know, also Columbus, Georgia, you're included. Marginal risk stretching from portions of southeast areas of Colorado down to Fort Stockton to portions of Austin, Tallahassee, up toward Richmond, Virginia, Virginia Beach, and Buffalo, New York. Tornado probability looks like this. 2% from Jackson, Mississippi to the Carolinas through Columbia to Raleigh. And then again up here from Cleveland to Pittsburgh to Columbus, Ohio. Alright, now, damaging winds going to look like this. 5 and 15% from portions of Colorado, New Mexico to Texas to the Carolinas all the way up to New York State. 5 and 15% there. And then we have a 5% stretching from Santa Fe, New Mexico to San Antonio all the way up to Cleveland, Ohio. Alright, let's move on to day number 3. And it's going to look something like this. Alright, general thunderstorm from up here near Great Falls, Glasgow, Montana to Elko, Nevada to areas of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Also to area Wichita Falls to Mobile, Alabama, all the way up to Portland, Maine. Marginal risk from areas of Midland to Fort Stockton, all the way to New Orleans. Then again from Savannah to Columbia to Charleston, all the way up to New York City. Probability is going to look like this. 5% up here around Montana, New Mexico to Texas, Louisiana, then from Georgia, Carolinas up to eastern Pennsylvania regions as well. Alright, let's move on to the tropical weather outlook. We're going to show you those 2 tropical systems in the tropical eastern Pacific. As you can see, here is Barbara right here, then Cosme this on this west of Barbara, and there's that 50% chance of development in that region. Barbara will be located near latitude, let's see if we can get to it here real quick. Alright, it's located near latitude 16.0 north, longitude 104.1 west, moving to the west northwest 12 miles an hour, minimum central pressure 996 millibars, and the maximum sustained winds 60 miles per hour. Alright, let's move on to Cosme. Let's see, movement latitude located near latitude 13.3 north, longitude 111.0 west, Movement northwest at 8 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure 999 millibar. Minimum central pressure, the maximum sustained wind, is at 45 miles per hour. And there's that 50% chance of development in the eastern tropical Atlantic. 0 over the next 2 days, 50% over the next 7. Alright, let's move on to the Atlantic. And all quiet here in the tropical Atlantic. Tropical cyclone not expected during the next 7 days. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.